Well, hi there, I'm Andy, and today we're going to look at an unboxing of a watch that I haven't bought. Now, I was lucky enough, one of my friends gave me a call the other day and said, Andy, do you know, I've been working really hard during lockdown and I bought myself a watch. It was something I wanted to hand down to my son in years to come. And he said, do you know what, do you want to do the unboxing? He says, I haven't unboxed it yet. Do you want to do it? Put it on your channel. Of course I said yes. And when I found out that it was an Omega, I was very excited. Now, when he turned up on Friday and said, here you go, here's the watch, and sure enough, here it is. It's in this bubble wrap, and you can see it's a black box inside. So I said, that's a Speedmaster, isn't it? And he's like, it is, very excited. Didn't really know which one it was, to be honest, because he's not a watch nut like you and I. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox it, see what's in the box. And then what we'll do is we'll do some measuring, we'll see what the watch is all about, maybe compare it to some of the watches I've got in my collection, and perhaps see if this is one for me in the future. Anyway, I'm Andy, and welcome to the English Watch. Right, before we get started, as always, don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this content, please give it the thumbs up and please leave all those comments at the end. So, I don't know if it came in the brown outer carton, as it sometimes does. It's come in this bubble wrap, so I guess we'll see what's inside. Now, what I'm going to do is take the bubble wrap off and then we'll put the gloves on, because it's not my watch and, you know, it's a bit more professional, isn't it? So let's get this bubble wrap off. Let's move that to one side. So here you go, it says Omega, and on the rest of the box there's literally nothing. I guess there was something there, or maybe there is something under that sticker, but we won't peel anything off because it's not my watch. So let's put the gloves on. Let's go TGV. Right, just before we get started, wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Rolex Submariner 116610 LN. Love it. Okay, here we go. Let's unbox. The outer lid. Inside we see a shiny box. So this isn't the Speedmaster Professional. The Speedmaster Professional comes in a canvas box, and even the new one I think is a little bit bigger than this. So I'm not going to look at the cards because we want the surprise to be in here. So as always, Omega, fantastic packaging. Now I've got to very carefully get this out. I think I know what it is. I suspect it's a dark side of the moon of some description. But we've got this beautifully lacquered wooden box. I say Omega showing Rolex the way home on these, really. And if you've only got one or two watches, these are really nice display cases to have them in. But for you and I who've got a multitude of watches, there may be something like this Mirage case, and please check out the previous video I've done on this. Not endorsed, I paid for this myself, but highly recommend it. It's a really good quality piece of kit. Okay, so I guess you're going to see this before I do. Drum roll, please. It is an Apollo 8. Wow. Now it is a dark side of the moon, but not the one I was thinking. I was thinking it'd be one of the coaxial original dark side of the moon, which I think came out, I'm going to say 2014 or something like that. But this is the Apollo 8, and this came out in 2018 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of NASA's mission around the moon. Now this was the first mission that NASA, or anyone, took out of Earth's orbit, and this commemorates that first mission. Obviously the dark side of the moon, because they went all the way around the moon and came back again. And the astronauts, there was Frank Borman, Jim Lovell and Will Anders, and they took that famous picture of the Earthrise over the moon as they went round. It's a very famous mission. So let's have a little look inside this. As I said, it's the Apollo 8. It's a ceramic case, sapphire crystal. What you can see is a laser bladed surface to the dial, just showing what the lunar surface could look like. And we'll see a bit more of that on the back in a second. Side Omega crown, you've got ceramic pushers, ceramic crown, and it comes on this wonderful leather strap. So we've got a ceramic buckle as well. So now some people change this strap for a deploying clasp. You have to buy the strap and the clasp, and that's quite expensive. Now, I actually like this, and you'll see in a second, because I've tried this on a few times. It's got a perforated and padded leather on the top, and it's leather on the bottom as well. Like I said, it's got a ceramic pin buckle. It's quite a fat pin. It's not really a pin as such, it's more of a paddle. And then you've got this sort of rubbered, I guess, gusset you've got inside the strap there to protect the leather from the buckle. It's side omega. And then as you can see on the back, you've got that caliber 1869, which is a decorated version of the caliber 1861, which is in the Moonwatch that I have, and that's the one that came out in 1997 when the Speedmaster took the, I guess, the rhodium plating from the 861 movement. And this is the manual wind Moonwatch movement. Now, what I love about this watch is not only obviously the commemorative aspect, but I love the yellow accents on the black. I think they set off really nice. Obviously, you've got the minutes, so it's a 30-minute chronograph register. You've got the hours down at 6 o'clock, then you've got the constant seconds there at 9 o'clock. Now, the other thing about this watch that's very different to the normal Speedmaster is it's absolutely a joy to wind. Now, this one will have the same, I think it's a 48-hour power reserve when it's fully wound. You can see the constant seconds there. No hacking seconds on this movement, but who cares? Let's set the chronograph running now. You can see the wheels turning. Now, this is a cam operated chronograph. I'm no expert on chronographs, by the way, but one of the changes from the 321 movement to the 861 and then to the 1861, which this is based on, is the loss of the column wheel there for the cam. So let me just check. So if we stop it, you can see the cam actuate there, and then reset it, and then let's start it again. Now, what you can see right in the centre, what I'm going to do is just get a pointy stick. Just there, you've got the seconds wheel brake. Now, on mine, on my Heslite version, that's made of a plastic called Delrin. On this, it's obviously steel, so you can see that when you stop the chronograph, it just puts pressure on that wheel, and then start it again, takes the brake off. You can see the balance running away there. Not free sprung, this one. This is the old style movement, so it's free sprung on the new 3861 movement. Now, this one, what we're going to do is we're going to do a Lume shot. So this has got Lume as the normal Speedmaster's got around the indices and the hands, but it's also got Lume around the bezel. And what we're going to do is, in a minute, we'll turn the lights off and we'll see what that looks like. So as I said, it's got Lume all the way around the outside of the tachymeter. It's got Lume on the hands, Lume on the applied indices, and you can start to see how three-dimensional this dial is. And there's Lume on the chronograph seconds hand as well. So if I put mine next to this one, get the UV pen out. See, my dial is in need of some polywatch. There you can see how on the old one there's no Lume to the tachymeter. We've got it on the hands and the seconds and the indices, but not around the bezel. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get my plastic calipers and I'm just going to do some measuring. So what I'm interested in is obviously the key dimensions. So we're going to go, let's go for thickness. Now, I think this is a big watch. This one should be about 44, 45. So it measures at 44.5 0.5, okay. And then the height, 14.2. The lug to lug, so across the wrist, 49.5, so that's not too bad, 49.5. And then the lug width, this is 21. So how does that compare with the classic Moonwatch? So this one is 42mm across, yeah, bang on. This one is 14.3mm tall, it's about the same. Across the lugs, this one should be a bit shorter at 47mm, and this one's 20mm across the lugs, because I know that. So actually in size terms, it's not too different. Again, you can see them there. There we go. With the classic Speedy there on that leather strap and the strap tailor. And again, check that video out, and the new one. Obviously on the back is very much a different story altogether. You've got the classic first watch worn on the moon on the back of there, solid case back, and on this one you've got that wonderful decorated movement. Right, so let's have a look what's under here. So usually Omega throw in a few extra bits and pieces, and sure enough there's some handles on this inner piece. So we've got a microfiber cloth, an Omega signed one, so that's in red and black, so that's quite nice, and a little pouch there to, I guess, a travel pouch. You can put your watch in there when you go through an airport scanner or something. So that's quite nice. And again, these are things that Rolex don't give you. They give you the watch, and that's about it. And if you're lucky, you get to keep the hang tag. In this case, this has got nothing on it because it was a mail order, so it's not got the price sticker on there. So now what we're going to have to do is put it on the wrist. So what I'm going to do is take off my trusty Submariner, put that down over there. Wrist a bit of a, I don't know, I'm doing that. Okay, I feel very honoured to be doing this, very honoured. Right, now I do know how this one fits. I'm not going to pull the strap under that first keeper because I don't want to bend it, so there you go. What do you think about that? That's nice, isn't it? Now for what is effectively quite a large watch, because it's made of ceramic and it's black, it's lightweight and it just disappears on the wrist. Now, being ceramic, this thing will resist scratches and scuffs, yeah, pretty much as the sapphire crystal, although this does have anti-reflective coating, which you do have to be careful with, Graham. Don't scuff this because it will mark. It's not the crystal, it's the coating. But you don't have to be so worried about the actual case, although the case, being ceramic, means it's brittle. So if you smack it on a door jamb or something, a wall, yeah, there is a chance that it can break. You don't hear about it often, so, and I can't imagine that it would be a big deal, otherwise you'd hear more about it in the forums, and you know, the watchmakers would be a bit more cautious about that. So I think these ceramic watches, and I did try on the original Dark Side of the Moon today in Goldsmiths, and I like that one too. I'll put a picture on the screen for you. Okay, let's take it off because it's not mine. I don't want it to outstay its welcome because there's always a danger. Okay, so I want to thank Graham for lending me this watch and giving me the honour of unboxing it. I hope he has many, many years of enjoyment wearing this watch. A watch I may yet one day pick up, but there's so many watches, And I hope also that his son, in years to come, many, many years to come, Graham, I hasten to add, enjoys this watch also. And being ceramic, all he's going to have to worry about is A, that anti-reflective coating, and maybe changing the strap every few years as it gets worn out. But because it's Omega, because it's a Swatch Group, you'll always be able to get hold of these, so good stuff. Right, I'm going to put it back in the box. I'll let him know I've finished with it. I feel a bit guilty holding on to it for 2 days, so I wanted to get this done. It's Sunday evening. It's his watch, so he needs to have it on his wrist, not mine. Anyway, enough of my rambling. It's late. It's 9:45 on a school night. Not good. I've been Andy. This has been the English Watch. Please like, subscribe, leave any comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.